Hello, everybody. I'm gonna just put on some background music.
How's it going, guys?
So tonight we'll be playing Call of Cthulhu's The Haunting. So yeah, this is gonna be the seventh edition beginner starter rules thing, but this adventure is it's been around since basically day one. It's actually older than like both of us, so I think this will be fun. I've heard good things about it. It's got some craziness to it. I think we'll both have a good time. I've actually never played it before or ran it or anything.
And I have no idea what I'm doing, so this will be great.
It'll be a lot of fun. We're gonna be currently in Boston in 1920. I'm gonna make up a year because the year is 1920. Wow, okay, I'm dumb. It is the year 1920, Boston, Massachusetts. That's right. I'm sorry. Would you like to introduce your character's name, and I'll refer
all
it
right.
from
Yeah.
now.
So yeah, Lee, help me make out a character here. So I'm a police detective, a 31-year-old police detective named Leo Callahan.
Leo Callahan.
I was born in New Jersey, but I'm got transferred over to Boston to for a recent promotion to police detective. When I was making the character, sorry. We were just having fun with the stats, and my luck total is real bad. I'm like, I am very, very lucky. So the story I came up with is like, so he was, a not very notable cop. He was doing his job. Like he'd get a bust maybe once every like 3 or 4 months.
Uh-huh.
Basically, only got promoted because like there was an opening and they were desperate and they needed somebody and he was there. He has a wife named Abigail and a daughter named what did I name her? Sophia.
Sophia. Okay.
Their marriage is a little rocky, but they're all keeping together. They're doing all right. Mostly has to do with him down on his luck, and everybody has a low opinion of him. But
So how bad is his luck? I gotta hear what his luck is.
so his luck total is I believe it's 20,
Okay.
and the highest you can have it is what is it? Lee? What's the highest you can have it?
If I recall correctly, I think the highest you could have it is 15. Or I'm sorry, the lowest you could have it is 15,
Yeah, the lowest you can have it is 15.
and the highest is
It's like 90 something.
75, I think. It's up there. The point is, you have it like a point over the bare minimum.
I think it's 90. Yeah, 90 is the max you can have. Because it's like, what is it? 3d6 times 5.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's rough, buddy. Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, the stats aren't horribly important.
We'll get to that fun stuff later on. So I'm gonna pause this because you know what? Well, we'll see what happens. I have no idea how this jukebox will work. So you get a letter from an old friend. Here we go. Actually, I can give you a handout. This will be pretty cool. So, yes. So you should have gotten a handout. Do you see it?
Whoa. All right. Also, yeah, we've never really used this website before, so we're having fun with it.
It's pretty cool. Like, I love the idea. It's a tabletop, but online. So I'll read along with it just for the sake of not clarity, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
A landlord, Mr. Knott, asked you to examine an old house in central Boston, known as the Corbett House. The former tenants, the Macario family, were involved in a tragedy, and the owner wished to understand the mysterious happenings at the house and set matters straight. Mr. Knott has been unable to rent the house out since the tragedy in hopes that you can clear things up and restore its good name. Wow, I can't read today. He offers to reimburse you for your time and trouble. The landlord gives you the keys, the address, and $25 cash in advance. So
That's a lot of fucking money.
yeah, that's pretty good. So we can also act it out, but we're just this is meant to be a good introductory thing. So this is like a rough outline of what's going on. But we'll act it out just for the sake of it, and it makes it a little more fun. Knowing your jobs, you'll blah blah blah. We'll get to that. So you get a call on your phone, and the operator, says, "Oh, you have a call from Mr. Knott," and of course you recognize your old friend, Mr. Knott. Hello, good boy. How are you, Leo?
I've been holding in there, Mr. Knott. I've been doing all right. The job's been rough, but I'm adjusting well.
Oh, you don't have to call me Mr. Knott. You can call me Theodore. We've been good old friends since the war.
Oh yes, I remember the war.
With the Kaiser. And his damn spiked hat. Thinks he was better than the rest of us. But anyway, that's not what's important. I didn't call you to reminisce about good old World War. Nowadays, these punk kids, they just run around and do whatever they want. In fact, I was hoping that if you had some free time from your job.
I could try to make some free time, squeeze something in. Why do you ask?
Well, recently I picked up a new home. Not for myself, for renting it out to people. But it appears this house is it's got quite a history. I was hoping that you would be willing to look into it. Some people have claimed that it's haunted and other nonsense, and it's, well, again, it's got quite the sordid history. Interestingly enough, let's see. Well, what can I tell you? Let me shuffle through my papers as I peruse my the information I got when I bought this house. Let's see. Well, the address is 375 Hoopla Avenue. And of course, this is in Boston, because we are good Bostonites. So yes, I would hope that you would be just willing to check it out at some point. And now, of course, I'd be willing to pay you. This wouldn't just be for nothing. I recognize that you're a man with a real job. You can't just do things out of charity, even if we are good friends. But that's beyond the point.
Yes, I'd be willing to check it out. You say the place is haunted. It can't possibly be haunted.
Well, that's
to the bottom of this.
That's what they say. I mean, I wouldn't really quite take that to heart. It's quite preposterous. People have been hearing about seances and all that lately. It means nothing. But you're a brave man. I'm sure that you would be afraid of any ghouls and such. I mean, after all, you face the Kaiser's men. Those are quite something. Damn Germans.
All right. Well, yes, I'll look into it for you, good friend.
Well, thank you very much. I'd recommend, if you want to find out more about the house, just because maybe for some sake you wish to find out maybe more of the history, you could always check out the Boston Globe, which is the local newspaper place. You could also go to the library, the central library that is, or you could even go to the Hall of Records. And of course, you could check the house out. I'd prefer that you do that at some point. And try to keep the damage to a minimum. I haven't personally checked it out myself. I just picked it up, and hopefully it won't be in the worst state.
Well, I'll do my best not to leave any marks in the house.
Well, thank you, Leo. I appreciate it. Also, yes, come by and pick up the keys so that you can get in.
All right. I think I will stop at the Hall of Records before I make my way over there to pick up the keys.
Very well. I will see you shortly after your trip to the Hall of Records. All right, so yeah, at this point, like with the handout, it gives you some kind of rough ideas. This is meant, they don't usually give you handouts quite like this, so literal, here's what's going on. But it definitely helps to kind of give you ideas where to go, what to do. But you'd like to check out the Hall of Records. Is that correct?
Yes. I'd like to look up a little bit of the history about the house.
Okay. So, So you have a car, in this day and age, most people have cars, and you drive off to the Hall of Records. You see a let me check this real quick. You see an elderly man with spectacles on the tip of his nose, and he's busy reading. The spectacles are quite large and very thick. And he doesn't seem to notice you as you enter the room, into the building.
Think I'll go up to him and ask if he knows where the property records are.
He doesn't appear to notice you.
He doesn't notice me at all.
He's just like really into his reading.
I'll ask him again, but slightly louder, if he happens to know where the property records are.
But go ahead and ask like in character.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know where the property records are?
How? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you were there. Property records? Wow.
Yes, I'm happening to find out a little bit of information about a property of a friend of mine.
Oh, well, I suppose that's doable. Well, do you know where this is?
Yes, I do. It was
whatever the address I gave you was.
Whatever the address you gave me was.
Because I totally just made it up on the spot. They don't give us an actual address. Oh, well, okay. It might take time to find it, but we could. I could kind of help guide you where to look. So in this case, I'm letting you know as a player that this will actually take about half a day, like looking through all the records to find exactly the details you're looking for.
Okay.
Would you like to do that first, or would you like to go pick up the keys beforehand?
I think I'll go visit my good old friend and pick up the keys to the property.
Okay. So you drive over to Theodore's house, and he greets you warmly. Ah, there you are, good friend. Well, did you find anything at the records? The Hall of Records, that is?
I talked to a very nice elderly gentleman who said he would help me track down information. But right now I'm just waiting on his findings.
Oh, well, that's excellent. Oh, here, have the keys. Keep me up to date. I might call you in a day or two if you don't call me back first.
All right. That sounds good, old friend. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care, good old Leo. So you drive back to the Hall of Records. So for this, you're going to be doing a library use check.
Ooh, all right. So I think I got so I got some numbers here. I have no idea what they do, but
So with the dice roller, you remember the how to do the dice thing on the left side of the screen?
Yes.
They have the arrow and all that. It looks kind of like a 20-sided die. Click that, and it'll have like basic rolls and all that.
All right.
In this case, we're gonna do advanced roll. We're gonna bump it up to 2, and we're gonna change it to a. Oh shoot! Well, that's easier. We'll just make it a 1d100, and then you'll roll that.
All right, +0.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your library use skill? What number is it at?
The big number is 40.
40. So you have a skill. You have the skill 40. So since you rolled beneath it, you rolled a 16. You have succeeded.
All right.
So with your half a day of searching, let me get you a handout. I don't need this anymore. Wait. Is this the right one? Yes, it is.
Ooh, all right. Civil court records show that the executor of Walter Corbett's will was Reverend Michael Thomas, pastor of the Chapel of Contemplation and Church of Our Lord, Granter of Secrets. The Register of Churches, also available in the Hall of Records, notes the closure of the Chapel of Contemplation in 1912.
So this was 8 years ago when it closed.
Okay. Belonged to a former pastor. Very interesting.
Well, that was the one who made sure his will was held out.
Oh, yeah.
Of Walter Corbett, who apparently was the owner of the house at one point, who apparently had died.
Hmm. Okay. Let's see here. Believe I'll head to the old newspaper offices of the Boston Globe to see if I can find any information about Walter Corbett.
Okie dokie. Okay. The old man, so a half a day's passed, so it's probably the evening now. I was going to presume that it was in the morning when he called you. So it's now kind of getting close to evening, like the sun's getting close to setting. The old man says, did you find everything you were looking for?
As I found some info to go on, I think I'm getting closer to finding out what's happening here.
Well, good, young man. Please just make sure you put all those papers back when you're done. This is the guy at the Hall of Records, that is.
Yeah. All right, I'll make sure to put everything back where it was.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I kind of just presumed. You know, this isn't beyond the norm. You know, you succeeded your library use. You know what to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you drive over to the Boston Globe. It seems like they're going to be open for a little bit longer, but you drive up there and you enter the building, and you see a kind of like a rat-faced guy. You know, he's balding. His shoulders are kind of slumped over. He notices you enter the building. He says, what do you want?
Yes, I was hoping to look through some newspaper articles from the year 1912.
Well, you know, those aren't actually, like, you know, that's not public access kind of stuff, you know. So you could try to persuade him at this point to say, you know, like, oh, hey, I'm doing this for a friend, or however you want to come up with it.
I think I'll try to charm this fine rat-faced person.
Okay.
To maybe, you know, letting me get a few peeks of the newspapers. You know.
Okay. So what are you going to tell him? Like, actually, like, what words are you planning on using for this?
Like, you seem like a nice gentleman. You know, I'm sure you understand what it's like to help a friend out, and it would mean a lot to me. And as someone as fine as you, I'm sure, you know, understands my plight and my situation.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
go ahead and give me that charm check. Then that'll also be the D100.
All right. So, okay, 61.
Okay. Well, what's your charm skill?
60.
60. Okay. So at this, you have actually failed by 1. So he looks at you and goes,
Like,
why should I care what you have to say about any of this? You know, I got my job on the line. I can't just, you know, throw something out like that. So at this point, you can either try persuade or intimidate, or even try fast talk if you wish to attempt that. So you did not succeed with your charm.
I suck at all of those things. I'm guessing attempting to bribe him would fall into one of those 3 things you mentioned.
Well, I'd actually give you a bonus for it. So, like, let's say you wanted to try persuading him. If you go, like, hey, look, I really need to get in there. Look, I'll make it worth your while. And maybe you slip him a 20 or something. Well, not 20 because that's way too much. But, you know, slipped him like a 10 or a 5 or something. You know, that'd give you some modifiers. Actually, even a 5 is a lot of money.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe
That's like...
I'm gonna attempt to persuade him, slip him a 5, and see if he'll help me out.
Okay. Go ahead and do another D100 check. Or, what would you like to say to him? With your bribe?
Know, I've been having a really rough week, and it would mean a lot to me and Mr. Who was on the 5 back then?
Mr.
Mr. Lincoln.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Now I get what you're saying.
So it would mean a lot to me and Mr. Lincoln if you could help me get some information.
Okay, go ahead and make your check.
All right.
Ooh.
So I have no points in that skill. There's nothing there.
Okay. What's like the bare minimum for that one? for persuade? It should have like some number next to it.
It just ended up being blank.
Really?
Oh no, the 10%. Oh, sorry.
10%. With your bribe, you have succeeded. So, he looks at you, and he looks at the money. He looks back up at you, he looks back at the money, and you can see his nose twitch, again, very rat-like. And he snatches the money up as quick as possible. He says, "All right, this way." So he takes you to a dark room, and it's musty, and it's you can see like dust particles falling through the air, and you're going down these stairs, and he says, "All right, so we this place, we call it the morgue just because we got like everything in here. We've been keeping records for however long, and we just throw it in here when we're done with it, or even some things that don't get printed out there. But yeah, don't be like taking this to any other newspaper companies, because if you do, that's going to be my head on the chopping block."
Yeah, I won't be taking anything anywhere. I'm just looking up 2 very specific things for a friend of mine.
All right, cool. I guess I could trust you. Just again, don't get me in trouble. When he opens the door of the room, you feel this heat radiating out of it, and you see a boiler system in the corner. And there's just all these filing cabinets, and there's some of these are just like actually stacked like newspapers, and other sorts of paper form, just all over in this room. So,
I think I'll take a look around to see if there's any kind of organization to all these piles.
well, he takes a moment to kind of look through the papers, and he goes, "All right, you said something about this house. Actually, yeah, this one sounds familiar. Here, let me, I'll get you. Is this the right one? Yes." So interestingly enough, this one's actually an unpublished article.
Alright. Unpublished story, Boston Globe, 1918. 1918 features story, which was never published. It states that in the 1880s, a family of French immigrants moved into the house but fled after a series of violent accidents, left the parents dead and 3 children crippled. The house long stood vacant. In 1909, another family moved in and immediately fell prey to illnesses. In 1914, the oldest brother went mad and killed himself with a kitchen knife, and a heartbroken family moved out. 1918, the third family, the Macarios, rented the house, but they left almost immediately after they all became ill at some point, or at the same time.
Also, thank you for totally like not pointing out that I misspelled violent, because I was like, "Oh shit!" Well, I was typing this real quick.
Interesting.
And actually, are the handouts like still up? Because like I've been closing them as we read them, and I realized, oh wait, does that get rid of them when I click the X?
They're still up for me. I haven't closed them.
Okay, cool, good. Cool. So that's it kind of gives you another hint. So this time you're not you're not searching through this for half a day. You've actually find this readily because he points it out to you.
Okay, interesting. Well, I think at this point, I think I'm willing to skip the library and go straight to the house and see what's happening.
Okay. So this is going to be in the evening, though. Like, the sun, at this point, by the time you get there, it'd probably already be setting. Is that okay, or do you want to wait till the next day?
I'm not a very superstitious man. I think I'm just going to go straight to the house and not wait until night, or not wait until morning.
Okay. You drive to the address. Immediately, you notice that the brick building that is the house. The brick building is overshadowed by taller, newer office buildings on either side. The house fronts the street. In the rear are overgrown plantings and a half-collapsed arbor. It's like where they have vines grow up shit and all that.
Yeah.
Access to the rear exists on either side of the residence. Studying the house, the observer is impressed by the way the house seems to withdraw into the shadows cast by the flanking buildings, and how the blank curtain windows hide all understanding of what lies within. So at this point, you're now outside the house.
I think I'll walk up to the front door and use the keys to get inside.
Okay. You fiddle with the keys, you try it, and eventually find one that works. But when you try to open the door, it doesn't open all the way. In fact, it feels like there's something stuck. Like the knob turns readily enough. It's been unlocked, but it feels like there's something else blocking the way.
I think I'll attempt to put a little bit of shoulder into it and see if the door will budge.
Okay. You can attempt a strength check if you so wish.
Okay. So
to represent you physically trying to like shoulder through the door.
All right. So okay, we got the dice here. What am I rolling?
A D100.
It's another D100. All right. 25. And my strength rating is 70, I think.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I'm so I don't know if I've gone through these things, but pretty good with strength, Constitution's pretty damn good. Size is meh. Dex is awful. Appearances, I kind of look okay, but I'm not that great. Education, it's not that bad. Intelligence, not that bad. Power, not that bad.
Okay. Well, you kind of lean to the door, and it feels like it's sticking. So you take you take a breath, and you throw your weight into the door, and it bursts open. You notice when you've done that though that like some of the door frame has actually like ripped into the house now. It appears there had actually been bolted from the inside.
Oh, Theodore didn't tell me about that.
Whoops.
Whoops.
But the front door is open.
Okay. Think I'll take a look around the house to see what it looks like.
Sure. Here, I was gonna try to vaguely draw. See if I can actually do this right. Yeah, this is gonna work. All right. So I'm gonna do. Are you seeing a shape pop up? It'll be kind of apparent in a second. Well, okay.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
Okay. Well, I let go on accident, so. All right, and let's get out of the way. And there is also the open door. The front door opened up. You see some other doors that are not open. These are the worst looking doors, but that's okay. I'll just I'll play along.
They do the trick.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be a rough gist of it. Actually, so this is an open like doorway. You know what? I'm just doing this by hand. I've been making this way too hard. Okay, so you are down a long hallway.
And am I on the right or the left?
You are. I wonder how do I. You're on the left side, so like you would be, like right here, coming into the front door.
All right. Think I'll walk up to the door on my right and try and open it.
You notice that this hallway is like really really dark. It's so dark that like while you can kind of make out like the hallway itself, unless you're turning on your flashlight, you're essentially like in the near dark, just because of the setting sun is starting to go down.
Okay. Think I'll take out my flashlight and look for a light switch.
Okay, so you do actually immediately find a light switch on the wall near you.
Okay, I'll attempt to get the lights back on.
Right. You flick it, and the lights come on immediately, and they start to buzz for a moment, and it pops and goes out.
Ooh. already not liking the condition of this house. My friend Theodore's not going to be happy with me breaking all the lights in the door.
In your defense, you can just claim that it had already been broken in.
I'm pretty lawful. I don't know if I can lie about that.
Well, it's up to you. But so the first thing, you're gonna go to the door on your right.
So take out my flashlight and check out the door on the right.
Okay. And man, I wish there is an erase button, but I'm just gonna. So that's actually that little box. It's actually opened up, so maybe I can. All right, here. Good enough. It's open. Yay. There we go. All right, good. So free hands, black. This room contains conventional furnishings: a radio, couch, stuffed chairs, and shelves laden with gewgaws, random junk. You cannot help but notice the unusual quantity of crosses, images of the Virgin, and other Catholic artifacts. So yeah, when you look on the wall, like, you don't see just like a cross or maybe even 2 or 3. You see like 30. And you got a whole bunch of Virgin Marys, and this is quite the room. So I'm gonna put a number 4 to make this a little easier, and this is the ground floor.
Okay, and that opening there goes to another room.
Yes, it does.
Right.
So would you like to continue through?
Yeah, walk over and peek in, see what's in that other room.
Okay. So this will be number 5. This is the dining room, complete with a long mahogany table, a built-in sideboard, and 7 chairs. 3 places are set and unused. Scraps of rice soup rot in a tureen. So it looks like this had been a dining room, rather obviously, but like a dinner had been made and prepared and set out, but it's been left untouched, almost like they abandoned it at the last moment to escape. Woo!
Things are looking awfully strange here, but nothing supernatural yet. Nothing haunted. Definitely odd.
Nothing yet so far.
I think I'll see what's in the next room. But yeah, sorry, you were gonna say.
Oh, that's my time. But yeah, you want to continue? It's another opening, so now I figure I should just do this freehand instead of the box nonsense. I'm also doing this totally out of perspective. It should have been like a little wider, like this, but yeah, don't worry about it. So, it's not there. That's not there. This is just one big room apparently instead.
All right.
The dining room should have been a little bigger. You enter what appears to be a conventional kitchen with an icebox, because refrigerators weren't that common yet, and iceboxes were what they used to keep food cold back then. But there's an icebox, a wood-fed stove, and an oven, plus a meager larder, like a closet, or not closet, like a pantry.
Okay. I'll peek in the pantry real quick and see if there's anything in there.
A lot of the food, like it looks pretty old. Like the boxes and containers are either torn up, or just have looked really aged with dust. You see a lot. Some of the food has been like torn open, and it's on the floor around you, almost like rodents have gotten into it. And when you look even closer, you actually see like rat droppings too. So this food looks like it's been gotten to, but it looks like it's been some time.
Okay. This is a kitchen, right?
It is a kitchen. And
I think I might look around for maybe some kind of kitchen knife.
A kitchen knife? Okay, yeah, you can easily find one.
Okay. See if I can find a nice sharp one to keep me company.
Sure. All right. So yeah, you easily find one like in a cutting block, whatever, the knife block thing. Here, let me find you statistics for a knife real quick. Okay. It'll be a 1d4, and it'll be your damage bonus. So to find out your damage bonus, let's do that real quick. Okay.
1d4 plus db.
It'll be plus DB. Your DB is based on what is your strength and size added up together, the two numbers.
What was that? 130.
130 total.
I think it's actually auto computed down here.
Oh well, that's even better. Okay.
1d4 is my damage bonus.
Yep. Okay. So when you use a knife, it'll be a 1d4 plus 1d4.
All right.
Okay. So you also have a kitchen knife at the bare minimum. You also do have a pistol though, because you are a police officer.
All right. Never hurts to have too many weapons, right?
Yeah. Really. In the kitchen, I think that's what this is. I'm trying to figure out, like, the map's a little weird, and like I've gone through this and it's still kind of strange, but okay, I see. In the kitchen, you see a stairwell that looks like it goes downward. There we go.
I think since I'm in the kitchen, I think I'll try going down the stairs here.
Okay. You start going down the stairs. Whoa, that is not the right floor at all. There we go. As you look at the door of the basement has a lock and 3 bolts, able to be opened from the upstairs side only. As you go down the stairs, because I presume you unlock and start going down there. As you go down, the main basement below is the main basement storage room. The stairs are in poor repair, and the electric light bulb does not work. So you go on, you try flicking the light, and nothing happens. The walls of the basement are lined with closely fitted boards.
I think I'll walk up to the boards and see if I can find a crack to see what's behind the boards.
Well, as you start going down the stairs, I'm gonna have you either make a dex or a climb check, depending upon how you wanna go down there. So dex, you're gonna be carefully taking your steps. You'll kind of feel for this does not feel good. I'm gonna avoid that, and you can attempt climb instead to try to focus on the more on the harder, sturdier board placings.
Well, those ought to be good. Think I'll use a dex check to see how I fare getting down the stairs. Because, yeah, wait, I do get to choose, right?
Yeah. And actually, you know what? Just go roll a d100, and it'll essentially amount to whatever the better of the two is.
Okay, so d100 be 60, and then
you rolled a 60.
Yeah, I rolled a 60.
Okay. What is your climb?
My climb is just 20.
Okay. What is your dex?
My dex is 40.
Okay. Actually, it's going to be adding both of them for this case. So you take the time and you just managed to go down the stairs without tripping and falling and breaking your neck. You feel like some of the boards start to kind of give a little, and you immediately like pull back and try a different side, but you manage to get down the stairs easily.
Okay. I think I'll look around to see. I know that you said the boards were loose or like closely fitted, but I want to look around to see if I can find one that's maybe has a little bit of room to see if I can examine if there's anything behind them.
Sure. Well, before that, just because there's also other stuff in the room too. Because now you gotten close enough to actually like really see into the room. You saw like the walls as you were coming downstairs. In the room, you see like kind of random objects. Like you see tools, pipe, trash can lid, lumber, nails, screws. Almost like a junk room kind of.
Think maybe look around to see if there's anything being worked on that got abandoned.
Okay. Give me a spot hidden roll.
Alright, so let's see. So that's another D100, right?
Yes. Yeah, almost everything's D100, really.
66, and my spot hidden is 60.
Okay. I'm gonna, you're taking the time to kind of look through it, so yeah, I'm actually gonna be adding 10 to that roll. So you had a roll of 70 for this purpose. So you got 66 below 70 for this point. As you're kind of going through there, you there's again like the tools I described. You see hammers, you see nails, and you actually come across a knife.
Okay. Good. I'll pick up the knife and compare it to the kitchen knife I was holding before.
So as you pick up the knife, you notice that it's covered in this brown, dried stuff. It kind of almost looks like rust, but not quite right. So with this going on, you're examining it, and you feel it start to move. Like it's almost like it's being pulled from your hand. So so what I'm gonna have you do is give me a strength check.
All right. Bam. So 14. My strength is 70.
Okay. I am gonna roll quickly. All right. Let me find what I need to roll. Okay. So this will be a D100. Yes, I see you're rolling the dice. Are you gonna do it? There we go. Okay. You feel the knife kind of jerked left and right, and it's almost pulled from your hand, but you managed to keep your hand tightly on the handle, and you feel the pull stop. So at this point, I want you to give me a roll a sanity check, and again, this is a D100.
All right, 89.
Okay, well, what's your sanity?
So there's two numbers. There's a max and there's a... I can't make out the word behind it. But there's a 50 and there's a 99.
Okay, so the 99 is like your max possibly you could have. 50 is your current.
Okay, 50 is my current sanity. All right.
Okay, roll me an intelligence check.
Okay, so... Bam. So I rolled a 55. My intelligence is 50.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll something for you real quick. Okay, well I didn't mean to roll that, but sure, fine, why not? Your mind reels at the possibility of like, what the hell just happened? Like, were you just losing your grip on it, or no? You know what? It was probably nothing. It wasn't moving on its own, right? It couldn't have been. So you're gonna lose 2 sanity from this, but you're sure that the knife wasn't trying to move on its own.
Okay. So I guess against my better judgment, I think I'll keep the knife on me.
Okay.
It looked a little better than the kitchen knife. It might not have actually been better, but it looked like it was better.
So this one doesn't look like a kitchen knife. It looks almost like an ornate knife. Like this is something that it had a lot of time and work put into it. The handle actually has like carvings in it, and a lot of the symbols don't really make sense, and the pictures don't make sense. But it's relatively obvious that this is something that someone actually cared about.
Okay.
And that sanity also, you also recognize that that's not rust on there. You think that's blood on the knife, and that also represents why you failed that sanity. So what are you gonna just hold? Are you gonna drop the kitchen knife to just carry this one? Because you have one hand holding a flashlight. Are you gonna keep the other? Are you gonna have the knife in your other hand, or are you gonna put it like in your pocket, or what would you like to do with it?
I think I'll set the kitchen knife down.
Okay.
I'll set the kitchen knife down where I found the
knife.
ornate knife.
Okay. All right. You want to check the walls?
I think at this point, I want to check out the direction that I thought the knife was being pulled to. In general, just maybe point the flashlight over there, see if there's anything strange in that direction.
Let me see. Well, when you felt it, oh, actually, here, let me draw that room out real quick too. You didn't feel like necessarily it's being pulled in one specific direction. It felt like it was just being pulled away from you. But realistically, it wasn't being pulled. There's no way it could have been pulled. There's no one there to grab it.
Yeah, it was fine.
It was, you just didn't have a good grasp on it, and you were
my hand was twitching. I was having a muscle spasm.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense how it could be anything otherwise. So here are the stairs. This looks awful, but it's okay. So you are still currently in room 1, and there's also another door. Yes. Yes, there is also another door.
Okay. Yeah, I think I might sneak a peek at the walls to see if there's anything strange.
Okay. You notice that you could attempt to remove them, like if you wanted to. You could try to force your way to break it open.
I'm gonna take a quick peek around the room to see if I can find a crowbar.
Looking around, you can definitely find some tool to represent either a real crowbar or like a hammer, something that would serve the job easily enough.
Okay, I think I'll attempt to bash. Ooh, my good friend's not gonna like me now. I heard a noise. I had to check it out. Going to attempt to
you hear down music coming from upstairs.
Ooh. Think I'll set down my crowbar, my hammer, and
okay, it's not supposed to be quite like that, but it's supposed to be just 20s music. Okay, you hear 20s music.
I hear 20s music coming from upstairs. Okay.
Yes.
I think I'll set down whatever instrument I had and carefully walk up the stairs, or attempt to walk up the stairs. And
okay. Do another D100. You're going to be doing like a climb check or a dex check. It's both added. God damn it. And I checked these two. It's like, okay, I listened for like 30 seconds. Yeah, this is good.
Let's see. 41 some, what is it? Dex and climb?
Yeah. So just go ahead and roll D20 out, and we'll figure it out.
So I got a 20% to climb, and then a dex of 40. And the D100 was 41.
Okay, good. So you succeed. So yeah, you basically amount to 60. Yeah. So you get up there easily enough. As you come up the stairs, you hear the music coming from like the other side of the house.
Okay. I think I'll the other side of the house. So I think I'll attempt to listen to see if I can, pinpoint an exact direction it's coming from.
Okay. As you come up the stairs, you go through the kitchen and you hear it coming like past the dining room.
Okay. I think I'll start walking towards the dining room from the kitchen.
Okay. You notice that this music is coming from the living room, number 4.
Okay.
And there's a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. I didn't interrupt you.
And then at this point, I'm in the dining room, right?
Yeah, you're at 5, and so I presume you're actually going up to the noise. So you go to room 4, the living room, and you see that the radio. You hear the music coming from the radio.
I think I'll look behind the radio and see if it's plugged in.
It is plugged in.
It is plugged in. Okay, I think I'll examine the buttons to see, I'll examine the radio to see if it's dusty, if it looked like there was any sign it's been disturbed lately.
You don't really see any sign necessarily, other than it's still playing. But it doesn't appear to have been like disturbed, but it is in fact plugged in the wall. And you know how to operate a radio. You could turn it off if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think I'll go to turn it off.
And it winds down.
I think I'll attempt to listen to see if I hear any noises of anybody coming in and turning this radio on.
Okay, give me a listen check, or it's something like listen.
Yeah, there's one that's called listen.
Okay, go ahead.
99.
99.
And my listen is 50.
Okay, you take a moment to just kind of listen. Hold your breath, and you can even feel your heart like beating in your chest. But you don't hear anything.
So at this point, I'm really wondering what turned that radio on. I think I'm gonna go into the hallway, the main hallway.
Okay.
Check out the nearest room that I haven't been through.
The one right across the hall from it?
The one right across the hall, yeah.
Okay. Alright, and we'll make this number 1. Okay. You open the door, and the door almost is like it doesn't want to open up all the way. You feel like it's getting caught on stuff, but you manage to force it open enough that you can walk in. The room is filled with boxes and junk, such as rusted water tanks and old bicycles. At the right end of the room is a cupboard, boarded shut.
I think I'll attempt to, walk through this room and check out that cupboard.
Okay. You wade through the cupboard, or you wade through the junk, and you see that it's been nailed shut.
I knew I should have picked up a hammer when I was in the basement.
Or you found a tool. I presume you were still carrying it. Like you probably slid the knife through your belt loop or something. So it's on you. But I presume you still had you picked up a tool because you were looking for a crowbar or something. So you have a hammer.
Okay. I think I'll attempt to crack this cabinet open a bit and see if there's anything noteworthy inside.
Okay. Give me another strength check.
77. What was my strength? Strength is 70.
Okay. You hear music coming from behind you again.
I thought I turned that off, damn it.
Well, you're fiddling with it. You're trying to wrench it open, and it's giving you trouble. But that's when you start to notice the music going off again.
I'll go deal with that music in a minute.
All right.
Unless this cabinet really isn't coming loose, in which case.
Well, at this point, you can do something called pushing the roll. So there's a chance something bad might happen if you fail it.
Ooh, all right.
And that's kind of left up to my imagination. But you have a chance of... You get to try it again.
You know what? I like my luck.
It's not going to be based on luck, though, thankfully.
Okay. I think I'll push the roll.
Okay, go ahead and do another roll. Another D100.
Oh no.
For this sake,
No, just make something bad happen. It's okay.
Okay. So you get the hammer and you have the what do you call those? They're not teeth, but the pointy ends. You get it under the board and you're hammering it with your other. You're holding it with one hand and you're using your other hand to kind of hammer at the handle. And you're putting it your whole muscle into it, and you're grunting and you're sweating, and it finally pops off, but the board hits you in the face.
Don't.
Okay,
damn it!
Okay, it's probably gonna have multiple rolls, but we'll see what happens.
All right.
Come on. Okay. You take 1 damage as the board smacks you right in the face, but it gets undone. So yeah, keep a record that you've taken 1 damage, and actually that you lost 2 sanity. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I have my character sheet, so I have 48 sanity and 13 health.
Gotcha. Okay, so you lost 1 just now, but the cabinet is open, or cupboard. The cupboard is open.
Okay, I'll shine the flashlight in and take a look at what's in there.
You see 3 books inside. They look like they look really old. Like the binding and the cover is made of like a leather or some kind of something like not just fabric. This is some old ways of books being made.
I think I'll pick up the let's see, closest book to the left, I guess. There's 3 books.
Okay, so are you gonna take all the books, or?
Yeah, I'll grab all the books, but I'd like to examine, say, the first one that catches my eye.
You hear a creak from upstairs.
Ooh.
So all these noises are like actually happening right now. Some of these I actually have prepared in advance.
All right.
Well,
I think I'll if I have enough room on me, I'll put the three books, say in a satchel in my pocket somewhere.
Sure. You can for the sake of this, I'll say you have a satchel of some kind. So yeah, you put the 3 books in there.
Okay. I think I'll go into the main hallway and I heard the noise coming from upstairs, was it?
You heard it come from upstairs.
Okay. Actually, I think I might walk into 4, go up to the radio, and
speaking of which, it's still playing.
I think I'll go up to the radio and unplug it from the wall completely.
Okay.
See if I hear any other, and then
it goes out immediately.
Okay. I think I'm going to attempt to listen again to see if I can, hear any other noises coming from upstairs.
Go ahead and give me a listen check.
71, and my listen is 50.
Okay. At this point, like, it's getting kind of weird, and you've also noticed that the light that's been coming from like outside in the hallway has like gone almost entirely. It's almost like twilight at this point. You can hear city sounds coming from like out the front door. At least you probably closed it, but you can still hear it coming from that side. But you don't hear anything otherwise specifically.
I think I'll walk towards the end of the hall and start to head upstairs.
Okay.
Or at least sit at the foot of the stairs and look up.
Okay.
See if.
Well, technically, you
See if I
haven't
can
seen
see.
any stairs that go up yet. There's the ones that went down by the kitchen.
Oh, okay. I thought at the end of the hall that was another staircase. No, my bad.
No, actually, you're right, or you're fine because it actually is. So this is actually meant to be open, and kind of using reasonable deduction. Yeah, close enough. Me, and it starts to go up. All right. You start going up the stairs, and I will make a new floor map. Here, I'm gonna draw a shape. All right, this is gonna be really rough.
Okay, I see what you're doing.
Okay, and this is like, well, there's actually a little more space here. You could, you could walk. Black, get out of my way. All right, so this is going up. This is would be going down. This would go back up. So we'll do B for basement, and we'll do U for upper floor. Okay. I am not really good with this freehand tool, but it will get the job done. You go upstairs, and I'll draw little squares for these. You notice that like the windows are heavily curtained. But immediately to your left you see a door, and like in this hallway on the upper floor you see 3 more sets of doors. In addition to the one you found like immediately to the left of the stairs coming up. And like almost like a little landing right here, kind of drawing a little blob there.
All right. I think I'll go up to that closest window on my right and see if I can open the curtains up. Maybe get a little bit of light in here. I know it's twilight, but
the like the fabric looks old and kind of moth-eaten, and it actually kind of smells like it's been here for some time. Like maybe it's been soiled. I don't know. You don't know exactly, but it doesn't smell right. It smells musty and kind of moldy and gross. But yeah, you take a hold of it, and with your other hand, the one not holding a flashlight, and you pull it aside, and the windows have been like boarded up on the outside.
What's this? My friend Theodore sure knows how to take care of a house.
He actually just bought it. Like it was put up on the market because someone left, and it's like, oh hey, we want to sell this house, and he's like, okay, without even like looking at it.
Well, she sure knows how to pick them.
Rich, rich white guy, first world problems.
All right. Well, with that, I just take a deep breath out and decide to check out that door closest to the stairs.
Okay.
See if I can track down that sound.
You see, number 4. You see a bathroom containing a sink, a bathtub, and a water closet, a toilet, with an overhead tank. Towels and other possessions are still here, typically to a family of 4. A brackish pool of water is collected in the bathtub, fed by a dripping faucet which cannot be quite closed off. So yeah, there's still water in the tub, and it's black, and it smells awful.
Hmm. Okay, no. I think I've seen enough gross things in this room. I think I'm going to leave and check out the other rooms.
Okay.
Do I hear that damn radio again?
You hear the radio again.
That can't be. I unplugged it. I have to go. I have to see if it got plugged in again. Someone must be here messing with me. But I went towards the stairs. How did they get downstairs so fast? That's it. I've had it with this damn radio. I'm gonna go downstairs.
Uh-huh. Okay, you go down the stairs.
I'm gonna walk down the hall towards 4.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna approach the radio.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna examine the power outlet to plug to see.
It's been plugged back in.
It's plugged back in. I'm gonna unplug it from the wall again.
Okay. There it goes.
At this point, I'm very frustrated with whoever's doing this. I think I'm going to attempt to use the knife to cut the cord to the radio, the power cord.
Okay. Give me a quick spot hidden check. And this is, again, a D100. I'd say about 95% of things are going to be D100. I'll say when it isn't otherwise.
Okay. 34.
Okay. What's your spot hidden?
My spot hidden is 60.
60. Okay. You reach to pull the knife out of like your belt loop. It's not there.
Damn belt must be failing on me. I knew I shouldn't have put that other knife down.
Oh, I'm sorry. And actually, in addition, you do notice that like some of the dust, maybe around the plug itself, looks like it's missing. So as if it's been touched recently. I guess obviously also by you, but more dust is missing.
I think I'm going to attempt to move to the radio to the other side. This is one of those like big radios that like comes up to your waist, is it, or is it?
This is a big ass radio.
A big ass radio. Okay. Yeah. It'll make noise if it gets moved. Correct.
Yes.
I'm gonna look around the room for other outlets real quick.
Okay. Sure. You can find another one.
Okay. I'm gonna look around the room for a spot to which, if I can, if there's an area that doesn't have an outlet nearby.
So let's say it was in the upper right corner beforehand. There isn't one on the bottom left.
Okay. I'm going to try and move the radio towards the bottom left corner then.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of wheel it towards that other corner. And you move some furniture out of the way to be able to do that, but you do get it over there.
Okay. Now, if anyone's messing with me, damn it, I will hear them move that radio before it gets plugged in.
I guess we'll see.
I guess we'll see. They've got to be on this floor. I think I'm going to continue checking this floor. I'm going to go back out into the hallway and check out the second door from the left when you come in, because I haven't been in that room yet.
So which one did you want to check?
The one across from 5, kind of.
Okay. So do you hear that?
I don't know if I actually hear that one. Oh, it was a little quieter. I had to turn my volume up.
Okay. Do you hear any sound?
Yeah, a ticking clock.
Okay, so yeah, you can hear ticking.
Hmm. Think I'll try and listen uh, to see if I can figure out which direction it's coming from.
It sounds like it's coming from upstairs.
Hmm. You know what? I'm convinced there's got to be someone on this bottom floor with me. I think I'm gonna attempt, or I'm gonna head to the room across from 5 and see if I can find anybody.
Okay.
Someone's got to be in this house messing with me. There's no ghosts. Someone's here playing tricks.
Okay. You open the door. You can you have like almost a coughing fit as you all the dust in the air hits you when you open the door. You see lots of old furniture.
Hmm.
Like chairs and stuff.
Just only old furniture, like stuff like couches.
Mostly just chairs, but yeah, it's almost like it's a storage room.
Okay. Guess I'll take a quick look around, see if there's anything that looks out of the ordinary.
Not particularly.
Okay. No, nobody hiding in here. All right, I guess I'll.
Yeah, you take time to you look behind the chairs and stuff. You don't see anybody.
All right, guess I'll leave the room and head towards the last door that I haven't checked out downstairs.
On the ground floor.
On the ground floor. Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's okay. That's okay. Just clarifying, because it's like, oh, do you want to go downstairs? So you enter the room. You see like another door on the opposite side, on the opposite wall, apparently going outside. In this room hangs overcoats, galoshes, hats, and umbrellas. Several bags of coal for the living room's freestanding stove are here. You notice that the side door is secured with 3 bolts and 2 locks.
Guess I'll approach the locks to see if there's any. What the fuck was that?
It sounded like it came from upstairs.
Okay. Well, those 3 locks look pretty sturdy. I don't think anyone left through that way.
And it's still closed. Like it's still locked.
Closed. This room seems innocent enough. I need to head upstairs.
Okay. So where are you gonna go?
So yeah, I'm gonna leave 3, go into the main hallway, head up the stairs.
You're gonna go through. Gonna go back upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. As you come up the stairs, you notice there's like an old grandfather clock at the very end of the hall. And that's where it sounds like the ticking's coming from.
Okay. Guess I'll walk up to the grandfather clock and examine it.
When you get about 2 or 3 feet away, it stops suddenly.
Guess I'll maybe take a quick look around. Maybe take a look at where I'm standing. See if I've stepped on anything that's attached to this clock.
I'm
convinced this has to be a clever trick.
Give me another spot hidden.
3.
Nice. Okay.
And yeah, it's 60.
So your eyes comb over the floor, and you don't see any wires, you don't see ropes, you don't see plates, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. Just the carpet. So I'm gonna presume with that, would you want to like also kind of just take a quick look at the clock?
Yes.
Okay. So you approach the clock and like you see that those giant pendulums like at the bottom.
Mm.
It's not moving.
Mm.
You open it up and you take a quick look. And do you have any mechanics or engineering kind of skills like that? Any points in those?
Nothing in mechanical repair.
Okay.
Let me see if there's anything I can kind of sort of like shoehorn. Not really. Yeah,
Well,
there's nothing that would really go with it.
well, you just kind of look quickly in the clock and you notice that like it looks like it couldn't even work. Like you see some of the mechanisms are like not like in the right shape. Like some of the cogs have been like knocked out of place. So it doesn't seem like it's possible for this thing to ever have worked.
Okay, I'm I'm no mechanical expert, but something seems kind of wrong here. Huh. All right.
It sounds like it's coming from one of the rooms in this hallway.
All right. So at this point, I'm at the end of the hall where the U is, kind of correct.
Yes.
So I'm guessing the creaking sound. It sounded like it was coming from one of these doors.
Correct. Yeah, from one of the rooms.
I'm gonna assume it wasn't the one right next to me, but I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm gonna walk up to. Actually, I'm gonna listen to see. I'm gonna attempt to listen again and see if I hear anything out of the ordinary.
Sure, go ahead.
12. My listen's 50.
Okay. It sounds like it came from. Let me find the correct room for you. It sounds like it came from the rightmost room. Not number 4, but the one that's not labeled. If there's a left, a middle, and a right, it sounds like it's coming from the right room.
I think, yeah, I'm gonna approach the door. The one next to 4, the one we just, yeah, that one.
Okay, the rightmost one.
I think at this point, with my flashlight in one hand, I'm gonna bring out my handgun.
Okay.
See if
if
there's anybody in this room.
Are you gonna just drop the hammer, or are you gonna put it in some form of pocket?
Yeah, if there's any way to maybe attach it to my belt loop.
Sure. Yeah, you slip it in a belt loop. Okay. You open the door. This room contains a bed frame, bare bed springs, and a dresser. Though unused, this room looks like the other. Never mind. But it looks like an old bedroom.
Okay.
And you immediately notice like there's an awful smell here.
I think I'm going to approach the dresser and check the drawers real quick, because looking around, just seeing the bed and the dresser, the only thing that could have been making a creaking noise maybe was the drawers, if not the door, the drawers.
Okay. The drawers. There's actually nothing in there.
I think maybe I'll take a closer look at this dresser to see if there's anything out of the ordinary about it.
Actually, I forgot there was a window also on the opposite side at the far end. And what were you going to examine?
Take a closer look maybe at the dresser. Like, examine, the drawers, the bottom of the drawers, see if I can find anything.
Okay. Yeah, you pull the drawers out. And you take a moment to kind of just look through. It looks like it'd been like a clothing dresser or something like that at some point. But Nothing's currently in there, other than like dust and like dead moths, stuff like that.
Okay. That horrible smell's got to be coming from somewhere in here. Are there... Oh, yeah, take a look at the window. Are there heavy curtains like there are in the hallway?
Actually, there isn't at these windows. They just look like old windows. They're kind of dirty from unuse for so long, but they other than that, it's a window. Like, are you gonna take a moment to get closer and look at it?
Yeah, I think I'll approach the window and take a look outside, see if there's any things someone could have used to get into the window from the outside.
Okay. Give me a spot hidden.
35, and my spot hidden is 60.
60. Okay. You see the bed behind you start to kind of jitter for a second, and it shoots at you. Make a dodge check.
Oh shit. Oh. So that was 20, and where's my dodge?
That's actually a pretty good roll.
Half your dex, and my dex is 20. Or no, my dex is 40. So half of that is 20.
So you're right on the dot. Woo. Damn, actually, there's a cool picture for this image, but I don't have a way to really show it. The bed shoots at you, and at the last moment, you throw yourself out of the way, and it strikes the wall loudly. You suspect if it had hit you, you'd have been knocked out the window. Give me a sanity check real quick.
All right. 25.
Okay, so you had like 48.
And my 48 sanity is what I have right now.
Okay. So you lose 1 sanity. Logically, there's no way this bed could have moved. Like, maybe it was, you had stepped on a board and like it knocked the bed towards you. Maybe, the wood boards are getting, just aged, and it somehow gravity pulled it towards you. You don't really understand what happened.
Okay, I know my friend told me this house is strange, but I didn't exactly know what he meant until right now. That there must have been some kind of explanation for that. But
Yeah, like, you don't know what it is, but
I still refuse to believe it's haunted, but there is something strange about this house.
yeah, there's something. This is weird, but there's no other way. It couldn't have been like a ghost, because you didn't see a ghost, right? The bed just moved somehow.
Yeah, there must have been some kind of explanation for it.
Exactly.
So,
What would you
real
like
quick,
to
did I actually get a look out that window?
You didn't. You didn't get enough time to, just because you saw movement out of the corner of your eye, and that's when you leapt out of the way of this bed moving towards you.
Okay. Again, I think I'll examine maybe the floor around the window, maybe where the motherfucker. It's that damn radio. I'm gonna smash it into pieces, I swear.
Okay.
So, this point, after having almost gotten knocked out, I'm quite upset at everything this house has to offer. I'm gonna leave 3 and head down the stairs.
Okay.
And yeah, at the bottom of the stairs, I think I'll walk down the hallway to 4.
Okay. So you enter the bedroom, and it's back where it was before, plugged back in.
And I thought I'd be able to hear them move it. This is strange. This can't be happening. I think I'm gonna turn the radio off. First of all, I'm gonna go through the dining room, back into the kitchen.
Okay, 5 to 6.
5 to 6. I'm gonna look around for some kind of knife.
Okay, yeah, you find a kitchen knife.
Okay, take that kitchen knife, walk back through the dining room, back to where the radio was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna find that cord, and I'm gonna cut it.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to cut it.
It takes you a few minutes to use your knife to cut through the rubber and the wire, but you do get through it after a short amount of time.
All right. Now they're definitely not going to be messing with me now. It surely must be impossible for this to play music at this point.
Logically, there's no way unless like the wire was fixed or something.
Yeah, logically, this can't work anymore. I should be good. So I think I'll go back down the hall. Leave 4, go down the main hallway.
Okay.
Up the stairs. And I think I'll walk back up to 3.
Okay.
We're back into 3.
Okay.
I want to take a closer look at the floor around the window, maybe where the bed was sitting.
Let me double check again with this. The floor is just carpeted, but it doesn't seem to be particular interest. Like you don't see footprints or anything like that, other than like where you might have disturbed, like where you had recently walked.
There's got to be some kind of explanation for this, but I think I'll come back to this room later. I think at this point, yeah, I'll leave 3. Head down the hallway.
You hear a thumping under the bed. I don't have a cool sound clip for that.
Oh.
It's like, okay, I'll actually do this by hand.
Okay. I think, yeah, I'll approach the bed and tip it over. See if there's anything maybe trapped underneath it making noises.
The bed is so heavy, like the frame, you would not be able to lift it up on your own easily.
Could I slide it off of the bed frame at all, or
could you slide it?
Like, is it just like mattress and then bed frame and then something, or
you could try moving the box spring.
Okay.
What the heck?
I think I'll try moving the box spring to see if there's anything strange going on with the bed.
Okay. You don't see anything, I've noticed. As you're about to put the bed back, or the box spring back, you notice that bad smell like comes back.
There has to be something on this mattress that's causing that bad smell. I still have the knife on me at this point, correct?
Yes.
My friend's really gonna hate me. I think I'm gonna use the knife to stab into the mattress, create a hole and see if there's anything inside the mattress.
Okay. Yeah, you start stabbing into it, and it's really old and lumpy, but you don't. And you other than like the occasional spring you strike, you don't find anything particularly of interest. Again, fluff and a spring.
Just must be the smell of this old mattress. Nothing out of the ordinary, I guess. Couldn't be anything weird. I think I'm quite satisfied with everything in this room, and I think I'll leave 3 and go walk down the hall towards the grandfather clock and check out the closest door to 3.
As you turn to leave the room, you see eyes from the doorway looking at you, and you hear a voice deep say, "Get out."
Oh shit.
And the eyes vanish slowly back into the dark.
I think at this point I'm gonna tuck the knife away to bring out my gun again.
Okay.
Because surely that had to have been a person. He didn't just disappear, right? He just...
Give me a sanity check. Ooh.
91?
Yeah, now give me an intelligence check.
Alright, this is gonna be good. Okay, 44. So my intelligence is 50.
Okay. You know that there's no way that those eyes were like they were really there. That what you saw like couldn't be possible because you didn't see anyone else there. You didn't hear them move. You didn't see them, leave the hallway, the doorway. This had to have been a hallucination. There's like no other logical way to explain what you just saw other than like it's something supernatural. You lose 2 sanity.
Alright, that brings me down to 45.
Okay.
So at this point...
And actually, yeah, you're kind of scared shitless because you're like, what the fuck is that?
I think I'm gonna walk up to the doorway where the eyes were.
Uh-huh.
Step out, look left down the hallway, look right down the hallway.
And you don't see anybody.
I don't see anything. Must have been some kind of trick someone's playing on me. This can't. I must have woke up on the wrong side of the bed. There's something strange, but it can't be spirits. I think I'm gonna walk towards the that one door next to 3 that I haven't seen yet.
The middle room. Okay.
The middle room.
Okay. All right. You open the room. You open the door. This room contains 2 small beds, like almost children's-sized beds. Toys and dressers. Pictures of aircraft and cowboys mark this as a children's bedroom.
I think I'm gonna carefully walk over to the dresser and examine what's inside.
You open it up. It almost looks like something had either been spilled or like dripped on the bottom of the drawer. It's dark. It's really hard to make out, and as you bring your flashlight over it, it's red. It's really very bright red.
Well, them kids must have spilled some kind of cranberry juice in here.
It's still very wet. It's not dry. It's wet.
I think I'll look, lean in for a closer look. Maybe see if I can smell if it has any kind of odor.
You actually do notice the horrible smell again. As you're looking, as you're looking closer, to get a better look at what this is, and and to smell it, you feel like a sudden coldness, a chill comes over you, like if it had been the middle of winter and someone had like just opened the front door and like a cool breeze just hit you. It feels almost like that. Except it's not a breeze itself. You just feel that coldness hit you.
Go maybe examine the dresser to see if there's any kind of air gap or anything kind of hidden.
So you shut the drawer.
Yeah, I think I'll shut the drawer.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a quick sanity check also.
92.
Okay. You rationalize that this has to have been like blood or something. You're starting to like imagine what you're seeing, or that was really blood there. You only lose one sanity point this time, but you're starting to question now, like, are you really seeing what you're seeing?
All right. Maybe take a quicker look at this dresser. Maybe try and that chill. Maybe that was wind from some kind of hidden compartment. Something.
Sure. Quick spot hidden.
60. My spot hidden is 60.
Okay. You carefully examine around, and you don't see, like anything that could have been like a gap or a hose or anything like that could have like sprayed at you. Like this is really weird. Like again, like you didn't feel a breeze per se, but you just felt like a sudden coldness, and it passed. After just a moment, but it was pretty surreal.
Okay. That can't be possible. I cut the cord on the radio. I know I cut the cord on the radio. No, it can't be. So I'm gonna leave too. Start heading down the hallway, down the stairs.
Okay.
Down the first floor hallway again, towards 4.
As you get right to the doorway, it stops.
That can't be possible. Gonna walk up to the radio and examine the power cord.
It's still cut.
I'm losing it. My brain is turning to soup. This can't be happening. Okay. I think I'm gonna head back towards 2 on the upper floor.
Okay.
Or not. Walk up to 2. But I think I'm gonna look in that last room at the end of the hallway.
Okay. I did not mean to pull it down. You open the door. It's an ordinary bedroom with a double bed, a bookshelf, and a window view. Apparently the room of the previous, what do you call it? I can't think of it, but it's like the head of the household's like bedroom.
Yeah, it's like the master bedroom.
Master bedroom. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. More crosses and many candles are here, and a rosary and a breviary, I don't know what that is, rests on a table beside the bed.
Guess I'll look at walk towards the table. I'll carefully see if I can stealth my way towards the table near the bed, because at this point I'm very, very scared of beds after that last attempt or that last encounter.
Looking at the bookshelf.
Or see, there was a bookshelf and there was a table next to the bed, right?
An ordinary bedroom. For whatever reason, and a table beside the bed. Okay, wow, that's kind of weird they put there. You just see like statues of Mary, and again like the rosaries and the whatever a breviary is on there.
Okay. So there's the rosaries and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This the main bed in there.
Give me a quick spot hidden.
Okay.
See if you notice something out of the ordinary.
64. My spot hidden 60.
64. Okay. You don't. That's all you really notice on the table itself.
Okay. So yeah, there's a table. There's a bed. There was a window. Was there also a bookcase
There was a bookshelf.
or a bookshelf? Okay.
Same thing, really. You approach it and you notice that it almost looks like there's there's a shape underneath the sheet on the bed, but like it's more long than it is high. It almost looks like a person underneath, like laying on the bed under the sheet.
I think I'll holster my gun, aim the flashlight at the bed sheet, and use my other hand to pull the bed sheet off.
You see Abigail on the bed. Her eyes are closed, but she looks pale, very, very pale.
That can't be. Abigail,
As you
were
say
at
that,
home.
her eyes pop open, and you see I don't know if it shows it again, but you see the red eyes, but it's not her eyes. Those are the eyes you see. She opens her mouth and she says, "Get out," and she vanishes.
That can't be. I must be hallucinating again. Maybe the air in here is doing something to me.
Go ahead and roll another sanity check for me.
51.
Okay. At this point, you're pretty sure that there is something very wrong here. There is, again, like how Abigail, that couldn't have been her because, well, number one, she didn't come in, and also, like, that's not her. Those weren't her eyes. Those were the eyes of something else. Lose 4 sanity from this.
I'm down to 40.
All right.
I'm really starting to lose it now.
All right. I'm gonna roll one more thing real quick. You start screaming, and you actually faint.
Okay.
Wow. Several minutes later, you wake up, and your flashlight has rolled away from your hand on the floor, but it's projecting the light on the wall, but you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. Guess I'd crawl over to my flashlight and pick it up.
Okay. What are you gonna look at, or where are you gonna go if you're not planning on looking at anything?
Yeah. See, I'm gonna stand up, take a quick look around the room, maybe look at the bed.
The sheet has been pulled back, but you don't see anything on the bed.
Okay. I still don't think I've checked out the bookcase.
You look quickly there, and you just see the religious paraphernalia. The Virgin Mary's crosses, stuff like that. And again,
Okay.
you see an abnormal amount of it.
All right. I've been through every room in this house except one last room in the basement. I'm not gonna leave. I can't I can't leave in good conscience and let my friend know that without looking at every room, what happened. There's got to be an explanation here. My wife didn't just appear there. Something's got to be wrong. I think I'm gonna leave the room and go down or go up to the stairs
Okay.
and basically like heading back towards the basement
Okay.
or like the kitchen.
Yeah, you go down the stairs and you step through the kitchen dining room.
Yeah, the
There we go. Yeah,
just
sorry.
the kitchen. Yeah.
For some reason, I was looking at the upper phone. I'm like, wait, how's there another room right there? There we go. Yeah, you step through the kitchen and you start going down the stairs.
All right, and then try and carefully walk down the stairs again because.
Hey, give me another climb or dex.
Ooh, 78. So yeah, my dex is 40 and my climb is 20.
Okay. Well. Okay, here's me not trying to kill you. I really hope I'm not. Oh, thank God. The stairs give out from underneath you, and you tumble down the stairs, but you manage to catch yourself. More so you don't hit your head on the floor or really hurt yourself. But you do take a damage from falling amongst the steps.
All right, I scraped my elbow.
Yeah, well, I mean, you get banged up, but you're not seriously injured. You don't think you need to go to the hospital for this. But the stairs are broken, and many of the steps have been destroyed at this point.
I'm gonna have fun getting out of here. All right. So I think there's that one last door in the basement.
Correct.
We walk up to it and take a peek inside.
Okie dokie. Okay, so this is going to be kind of weird. I'm going to try to explain this as much as possible. It's quite curious the way they explain it. You open it up, and it's like a storage bin. It's a room for coal, and you actually see the remains of, or not even the remains, but you still see some piles of coal, and you also notice a coal chute that logically you know how this would work because in this day and age using a stove to heat the house isn't that uncommon, especially with older houses. But you see a coal chute door, and it's been nailed firmly shut.
So I think at this point I still have the hammer, correct?
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, I think I'll attempt to get the nails out from this coal chute door.
Okay. You spend a few minutes pulling at them, and you manage to get it undone, and the coal chute door can easily open, and
okay.
you can even smell the fresh air from outside coming from the chute.
Okay. So yeah, open the door and take a peek inside and see if there's anything out of the ordinary. Just
well, that's you went into the room and there's that coal chute.
Okay. I think I get what you're saying.
So yeah, it's if you when you get a delivery or something, you could have people pay to bring coal, or if you buy it yourself, you'd pour it down the chute, and you can open up the door to have it come into the room, and then you can bring it to whatever room you needed to for putting in the stove.
Okay. I'm just at the bottom. There's nothing caught in there. I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
It was just air. Okay, nothing out.
Yeah, it's free right now.
This house has been giving me the chills. Maybe I do want to start up this oven and warm it up a bit. I'm gonna leave that room. Look around the basement for maybe something to start a fire with.
Okay. I'm gonna let's see how this goes. All right. Hopefully this will work.
Is it sound of birds I hear?
You hear like chittering. You hear some almost like an animal noise, but it's coming from behind you, as in from like the basement.
Like from where all the tools were and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I think I'll walk back into, or I'll turn around, walk back into that room. I'll attempt to listen to see like where that noise came from specifically.
Okay. Give me another listen check.
So 23, and my listen is 50.
Okay. And so you're straining your ears, and it's as you get into the room, you hear it. It's more noticeable. It's actually like on the opposite side of the room you had just been in. If that makes sense. Like it's coming from the wall.
Like directly across from that door?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll walk up to that wall. And this is the wall that also has the closely like put together boards, correct?
Yeah. Oh, they all do. But yes, yeah, it does have the walls are like closely fitted boards.
Okay. I think I'll attempt to see if I can loosen the boards. Maybe like one of the boards to see if there's any maybe kind of little hidden anything there.
Okay. Are you gonna just pry at it, or are you gonna like strike it? What are you planning on doing?
So I have a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll attempt to pry. Maybe pry Like I got a hammer. I'm gonna go big. You know what? I'm gonna just give it a good old fashioned smack.
Okay, so you're gonna just try and knock down the wall. Okay. Well, not the whole wall, but you're gonna try and strike through the wall. Okay. You start striking at the wall, and you can feel like it's hollow. And the weird part is this is a basement, like there's packed earth and stuff behind walls underground. So why is it like the walls are starting to give? Why do they have a little give? But you continue striking, and you manage to like punch a hole through the wood.
I think I'll shine my flashlight inside and see if
you see hundreds of little red eyes looking at you, and they lunge at you. So at this point, what is your dex?
It's 40.
Okay. The rats. It's like a giant swarm of rats. They leap at you, and they're crawling all over you. And all right, so I'm gonna make a roll real quick. Honestly, it's just gonna be this. All right. Wow. Okay. You can attempt a dodge check.
All right. So let's see how that works out. 52. My dodge is half my dex. My dodge is 20.
Okay.
All right.
The rats spill all over you, and like they're covering you. Uh, not gonna murder you. Oh. Uh, their teeth bite and claw into you, or tear into you. You take 8 damage as this carpet of rats have landed on you and have been digging at your skin and flesh.
Ooh, yeah, I'm down to 4 hit points.
Okay, yeah, that's actually pretty bad. Like you're
Yeah, from 14.
at this point, like you're screaming as all these rats are like almost like piranha are tearing you apart. However, that was their turn, so it is now officially your turn.
Okay. At this point, I'm very close to death, and I'm quite satisfied with leaving. But before I try to leave, I need to look in that room where the rats were.
The rats are still on you.
Oh, the rats are still on me. Okay.
They're still on you.
Okay. Guess I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, that should have been 7 damage. I'm sorry. Give yourself 1 more hit point.
Okay. So I guess I still have the hammer in hand.
Mm-hmm. You can absolutely strike with that. It'd be basically like the knife at this point.
Okay. Guess I'm just gonna try and just widely strike across my body to see if I can knock as many out as I can.
Sure. Yeah. Striking at them to try to get them off you. Sure.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna go about that.
D100.
D100. 1.
Okay. So 1 out of 100. That's the best roll you could get.
All right.
So your hammer, you're knocking them off by the droves. So in this game, there's a thing called, oh man, what's it called? I want to call it penetrate, but it's like a critical hit if we're other role playing games. So in this case, you basically got a critical hit, but you swing and you knock off, probably about 5 or 6 rats, and the rest of them like leap away from you or run down your pant legs, and they immediately vacate off you as the several you swung at have been either brained or their spines have been broken, but they are dead from the swings of your hammer.
Okay. Well, at this point, yeah, they're all gone off of me.
Yeah, and they scatter. Like some run up the stairs, some run amongst the junk. They ran elsewhere.
All right. I think I'm gonna stand up and just shine my flashlight into that hole I just created.
Okay.
And examine to see what's in there.
It actually looks like a crawl space. Let me see if I can. I totally just lost the page 3 seconds ago. Okay. And it smells really bad. Like you could see. You see a lot of scat, and you see random material kind of used to make like rat nests. There's rat nests like all along this this crawl space, but oh man, where? Okay, there we go. Carved on the wall, you see the Chapel of Contemplation, randomly kind of just spaced out here and there, scratched into the walls. So I'm gonna actually.
It's like that whole strip there is the crawl space.
Yeah. But you like some of the wall, some of the crawl space, like the opposite sided wall is like has been kind of chewed through, and you can see like there's another space going past it.
So that it looks like there's another maybe opening with something behind it.
Exactly.
Okay. I think I'll go up to that opening. And is the opening big enough to fit through?
You could knock it open. Like you could swing with your hammer in the small enough space to break a hole open to get through.
Okay. I think I'll try that out.
Okay. After several minutes of beating down the wall, I kind of wish I had like a cool sound effects for that, but I don't really have anything at the moment. You break a hole, break open a hole enough to be able to do that. Where the heck? Oh man, I had some pictures for this. Let's see if I can find it real quick, because I want you to be able to experience this. Blah blah blah. Okay. You break through the wall. In the other room, you see lying motionlessly and seemingly dead on a pallet. In the center of the room is a drawn, wooden-looking, wizened figure of some 6 feet, skinny and naked, with a ghastly, wide-flaring saucer-like eyes, and a nose like a knife blade. Oh, damn it! Yes, I want people to see that. Some sort of chain rests around his neck. He has lost all hair, and his shrunken gums make his teeth look very long. From him comes a sharp, sweet, churning scent like rotten corn. The floor is earthen, and there is a table in the southwest corner with some curled papers on it.
I'll go up to this figure and maybe this is some kind of statue somebody made. Maybe there's some kind of plaque or some kind of information about who this is in the statue itself.
As you approach the statue, it starts to move, and it almost starts to jitter. And you notice that you see the body like actually start to move, almost marionette like, as its arms and its head crack and snap like old bones. The entity stands at full height, and it looks at you with those dark red eyes.
Okay, I think. Ooh. Think I'm gonna.
Make a quick sanity check.
Oh yeah. Oh. Is that 99?
Well, okay. Yeah, all right. I am not going to kill you. That is not my goal. I am not trying to murder you, I swear.
If it happens, it happens. I'm okay with it.
That's not too bad. Okay. You realize that this you lose 2 sanity. You realize that this entity what is a person. Like, it's not a statue. And you start to scream. You scream uncontrollably, like you cannot hold back. And you run. You try going through the hole in the crawl space, and you start running through the crawl space as quick as possible. You're knocking aside everything. You tried stepping over the rat nest before, but you're just knocking aside. You don't care if you touch it at this point. And you stumble into the room number 1. You stumble into the room with the tools and the random objects, and you keep your eyes locked on the crawl space. But you start to feel, your panic start to subside a little bit.
Okay, I think I'm gonna tuck the hammer away into my belt again.
Okay.
Bring out my gun.
So I pulled out my gun.
So I pulled out my gun.
Give me a spot hidden again.
70. My spot hidden is 60.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna roll something real quick also. Okay. The word I was looking for was impaled. When you do a critical, it's called an impaled.
Oh, okay.
You hear a sound like movement, like things are being scattered and moved aside as something flies, and you feel a sharp pain in your back as something hits you. So take 1 damage.
All right.
And something has hit you, and it feels like it's stuck, like in your shoulder, from behind, like in the back part of your shoulder.
Okay. Think I'll holster my handgun and reach behind my back to feel what that was. Maybe attempt to pull it out.
You feel something wooden. As you reach around, you kind of feel like it's almost like a handle to something.
So I'm thinking it's definitely some kind of knife. Let's see. I think I'm gonna try to pull the knife out, I guess. Pull the knife out of my shoulder. Or
Okay.
pull whatever this is, the wooden handle.
Yeah, you pull it out, and it had been the knife that you had lost before. The strange ceremonial knife.
Okay. So yeah, with the knife in my hands, I throw it down the ground, just in a fit of rage.
You don't have the time to throw it down, as you see from the crawl space, the red eyes and the face looms in as it jerkily approaches you. Its movement almost seems labored. It doesn't seem natural. It's like it's being pulled along by something rather than its own its own choice to move. It locks eyes with you, and now you have an opportunity to do something.
Okay. I'm gonna, with my free hands, grab my pistol, aim it at this strange thing, tell it to stop moving or I'll shoot.
Okay. Do you drop the knife or the flashlight?
I dropped the knife. Sorry, I was still, for some reason, fit of rage. Throw the knife.
Okay, sure. You throw the knife down, and you pull out your gun, and you say, you tell it to freeze. It continues to move towards you. Its hands are splayed out as it moves, and you can see long nails. It approaches you, but it is only a few feet away. What would you like to do?
Mm-hmm. I know the stairs behind me. I'm probably not going to be able to just simply run up right now.
They have collapsed at this point. You'd have to climb up them.
Okay. I'm going to discharge a shot at him.
Okay.
Aim towards, say, his chest.
Okay.
And fire off a round if I. It seems like I have the time. So.
Yeah, absolutely. You can attack him this turn. So yeah, go ahead and take a shot. So you would be rolling your firearms. Pistol, I think.
So D100.
Yep.
Okay. 22, and my firearms is 70.
Okay. So at that point, that's a penetrating shot. All right. I'll go ahead and roll for damage.
All right, and that's a D10, I think.
Yes. Nice. Okay. Give me a second to figure out exactly the whole thing with
No
this.
worries.
Because there's like a whole bunch of pages. And I suspect I'm starting to get them all mixed up amongst each other. Ah, there it is. Ha 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 ha. That was what I was looking for. Okay. You fire a shot directly at his chest. And it hits him kind of close to the collarbone. And it looks like when he gets hit, like it doesn't just sink into him. It actually like it pops off a piece of him, like where his skin is. Like it erupts into almost like a chunk of like wood and like powder and dust, and you can see the bone underneath.
All right. Do I have enough time to get off another shot?
Not this turn.
Okay. Is he? He's still walking towards me. I take it.
And so now he continues moving closer to you, not even affected by the shot. At least not slowing down or anything. He swipes at you with his claws. Where are you, my little friend? Okay. Shisha. It's okay. I'll just wait on you. It's okay. Okay.
I'm horrified but intrigued.
You can make a. Well, I rolled a 3. Go ahead and make a dodge check if you wish to attempt to leap out of the way.
All right, here we go. 70. So what's my dodge? My dodge is 20.
Not so good. Okay. All right. Okay. He swipes at your chest, but he doesn't fully connect with his strike. But his claws bite into your chest as he swipes at you, and you take 1 damage. So it says 2, but it's supposed to be a D3. So I'm having it.
Okay. All right, so yeah, I'm down to 3 HP.
Yeah, you're. This is not feeling good. Okay. And you can go again. It is your turn.
All right. So I think at this point, I'm quite near death. I'm very scared. I need this strange, surreal, damn creature to die. I'm gonna aim for its head and let loose another shot.
Okay, go ahead.
So let's see here. 76, and my firearms is 70.
Okay. You fire off a shot, but it goes wild. Of this entity that's right in your face, and you can smell its not hot breath, but you can smell its acrid breath. Again, like a sweet rot in your face. Give me a luck check real quick.
Oh god. Oh god, here we go.
Yep, there it goes. It finally happens.
Oh my god, yes.
You You stumble backwards and you trip, and you drop your firearm as you're trying to just back away from this thing that is right in front of you. What are you gonna do?
Think I'm gonna stand up.
Okay.
I've quite had it of fighting this thing. I don't know if I have the time to grab my firearm. I'm panicking, so I'm gonna run for the. I'm gonna forget my firearm and head towards the crawl space.
Do you mean the stairs?
Well,
Because it's between you and the crawl space. Like, it had just come from the crawl space. It's been following.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So yeah, I guess yeah, I'm gonna head towards the stairs, I guess, and see if I can climb up them.
Okay. Give me a quick climb check.
Oh, for the love of God, please. No, 74. My climb is 20.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Okay, that one might be a little better. 30, and my strength is 70.
Okay. You don't. You know, you run back to the stairs and you try to climb up them, but you can't manage to get like a good handhold to pull yourself up. However, with the strength check, you don't fall over, as you're trying to pull yourself up. With your luck check before the 100, you don't see your firearm amongst all the piles of random of junk and stuff. But you do see the dagger.
Okay. I'm guessing, yeah, it's my turn to pick up the dagger.
So you dart forward, and the creature is, it's walking towards you. But you run and grab the dagger. What would you like to do?
Guess I have to fight. I can't escape. I'm gonna attempt to stab this thing in the heart.
Okay, go ahead.
So
what skill would this be? Of course, I need like a character sheet or something real quick.
Yeah, I'm looking too.
Fighting. Do you have fighting brawl at all?
Yes.
Okay, you can do that.
So my fighting brawl is 50, and I just rolled a 29.
All right. You dart forward and you scoop up the dagger as quick as possible, and you sink it right into his chest. Where when you had saw the bullet, like, how it chipped off, like almost like wood, his body.
Mm-hmm.
The dagger just slides in like nothing, almost like paper. And he continues to lock eyes with you as it continues to sink in, but he screeches, he roars, and he erupts into dust.
Whew.
Give me one more sand check.
36.
Okay, so you actually passed. Okay, good. You lose one sanity as you see literally a man explode into powder. But your will, keeps you in control. You don't scream and freak out. Nothing of him remains. The dagger is still in your hand, but amongst the dust, you hear a clank of the chain around his neck that had fallen amongst it.
I think at this point, I've got like a real nice handful of wounds on me.
Yeah.
This knife has to be something special, so I'm gonna keep it on me.
Yeah, honestly, from like the rat attack, that's you're really not doing so good. You're definitely gonna need stitches and who knows what else, a skin graft maybe.
Since this is in the basement room full of tools. I'm gonna look around to see if there's maybe some kind of first aid kit.
You
Any
definitely don't see a first aid kit, but you see like lumber and other random tools. Um,
Okay.
you think you could easily like use it to either try scaling up the. Actually, give me an idea check. I'm sorry, I should have had you give me an idea check instead.
All right. 98.
Okay, well, this is relatively obvious. So you go. Well, going up the stairs is going to be hard because, well, there's no longer much stairs left. But you get that idea like, oh wait a minute, wasn't there that coal chute or something?
Hmm. All right. Think what would be the thing to do with the coal chute? Maybe see if there's some kind of tools I can use to maybe, if not climb my way up it, maybe send something inside to where I can climb up. Or like,
Uh, you think like when you look at there, you look into the chute, you think that you could definitely get like enough grip with your shoes that you could push up into it, and you'd be able to slide up to the little grate that opens up to the outside and open it. It's really dirty and dusty in there, but you think that you can be able to get through it.
okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna attempt to escape. Yeah, using tools from the basement up
Okay.
the chute.
Okay. You climb out the chute, or you climb up the chute and climb out of it. Um, it's pretty dark by this point. Like you suspect it's probably like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. But you're out on the lawn, and this is when you really notice that like this yard hasn't been cared for, like in a long time, obviously. But the ground right around the house, like it's barren of life. There's just the dry dirt. There's not like weeds or anything immediately within the first few inches around the house.
Hmm. All right. Some I'm close to death. I'm feeling awful. I'm gonna look around to see if there's a way from the backyard to get to the street.
Yeah. There's easily a way around the house.
Okay. So yeah, at this point, I'm more focused on getting medical help
Okay.
than
So
solving.
you could just drive to the hospital.
I think yeah, I'm just gonna drive to the hospital. I'm gonna tail between my legs, leave without the mystery being solved.
Okay. So you hightail it back to the hospital. Um, as you stumble into the main waiting room, uh, the nurse there is shocked, and she goes, "Oh dear God, what happened to you?"
I, w- I don't know how I can properly explain it. I had a very, very strange series of household accidents.
Well, please, come in, sit down, make yourself comfortable. Um, like a typical doctor visit. The doctor comes in, and he examines you, and he gets you stitched up. Um, they question what about the bite marks, like what happened there, what caused those bite marks.
I was down in the basement, and I'm so I was investigating a friend's house. He asked me to see if there's anything out of the ordinary, and there was a swarm of rats who attacked me down in the basement. And all these wounds that you see are all just the damage from the rats as they mauled at me.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you're probably gonna have to get shots for that, but you're lucky to be alive.
Boy, boy, do I know it. It's been quite an unlucky day.
Yeah, he gets you the shots that are necessary. I have no idea if there was rabies shots back then. I'm gonna say no, but I don't know for
They
sure.
they threw some leeches on me. I'll be fine.
It's the 20s. It's not.
I know. I just
It's
want to
not
be an
that
asshole.
But yeah, they, you're stitched up and you're welcome to go home, but the doctor advises that you stay there because you're in such poor condition.
Okay. It's still about 9 o'clock at night.
Oh, it's like 10 or 11. By the end of this, it's probably closer to midnight.
Okay. Think at this point I'm gonna fall asleep in the hospital and wake up tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Maybe continue the adventure.
Okay. Um, did you want to call Mr. Knotts? Theodore?
Yes. In the morning after some rest, I'll call up this. What's his name? Theodore.
Yeah, Theodore Knott. Um, so the next morning, after resting in the hospital bed, you request to use their phone, and you had to go through the traditional. You talk to the operator. Oh, connect me to this number, and you get a hold of him. And he says, "Oh, hello. This is Theodore. How can I help you?"
Theodore, this is Leo Callahan.
Oh, Leo, how are you, my good friend? How's the house?
I gotta tell you that there's something seriously strange going on in that house.
Oh, okay. Such as? Is it like mold or vagrants? Rats?
So, mold is the least of your problems. There is something strange going on in that house.
Is it vagrants?
There was something. There's someone downstairs who had been living there. I don't know if I would exactly call it a person. I'm not sure exactly what it was.
Like a hobo?
It seemed otherworldly. I don't know how I can properly explain it.
Did he have a bindle?
It was an extremely tall, statuesque man creature with long claws and ghoulish eyes.
Were you drinking the sauce again?
I'm sober as a priest on a Sunday.
Are you having opium flashbacks?
I haven't had opium since I'm at the hospital. They did give me the good stuff, but I assure you,
Oh, okay. Wait, why are you in the hospital?
I was attacked by this strange creature and a horde of rats.
Oh, a horde of rats?
That house has a very, very serious infestation of both rats and mold and mildew and otherworldly creatures. There's something seriously wrong with that house, Theodore.
Well, okay. I could hire an exterminator to go in and just, use a rat stick to beat the rats, but, the mold, I think, could be cleaned. Otherworldly entities. Men. Okay. Are you sure this isn't a war flashback? Did it look like the Kaiser?
It was real, Theodore. It was real.
But of course the Kaiser was real. He were what we were fighting.
All I can tell you is the claw marks across my chest are very real, and they weren't caused by rats.
Well, okay, if you think it's a vandal, I suppose I could, call the police to go inspect it.
That house needs more than the police, Theodore.
priest?
It 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 needs to be cleansed. I don't I don't know how to explain it.
Well, okay. I'll look into it. I will see if I can find a priest to go examine it.
Just just make sure they're not from the Chapel of Contemplation.
The where? What chapel?
So in my findings in the house,
Uh
how much do you know about the history of that house?
huh. Not too much, other than the previous residents had just fled the house.
Okay, in my investigations, looked like the last owner was Walter Corbett, and the executor of his will was a pastor at the Chapel of Contemplation and Church of Our Lord, Granter of Secrets.
Okay.
This church was shut down and was never heard from since about 8 years ago.
Huh.
Down in the basement in the crawl space, something had scribbled. Or someone had drawn the Chapel of Contemplation down there. I think some kind of crime happened in that house. Something bad happened in that house. It needs something.
Whoa.
And also in my findings, so it seemed as if in a few of the rooms,
Uh-huh.
whoever left there left in a hurry. I found a bit of the history of the previous owners of the house, the last family who rented it, the Macarios, all became ill. I think the mold might have had something to do with it.
Those were the previous tenants. Huh.
The family before then, the oldest brother went mad and killed himself with a kitchen knife.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. That's quite unfortunate. I was hoping that wouldn't come up in your investigations. It makes selling the house quite difficult.
And before then, there was another family who, again, was taken by illness. And the family before that was a family of French immigrants who fled after a series of violent accidents.
Yeah, from the Kaiser. But that's unfortunate. Oh, huh.
I can tell you there were quite a few violent accidents when I was in there. There's got to be some kind of trickery going on with that house. Someone must have set that house up, or there's something supernatural going on there.
Well, thank you, Leo. I appreciate you looking at the house. You should go make sure you're okay. You should go talk to a doctor if you continue seeing these weird things.
Yes, I'll give you another call, friend. There's something wrong there. I'm most certain that there's something otherworldly about that house.
Well, thank you again, friend. I'll check it out as soon as possible.
Okay, goodbye, old friend.
Take care. Click. So, what'd you think?
I really liked it.
It's a little rougher, by no stretch of the imagination. But like this is one of the classic ones. This has been around since the early '80s.
Okay. Um, if you guys couldn't tell, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing the whole time. I was just kind of going with it.
No, you did really good, especially when it's like one person searching the house. It's like, huh. Like, it expects like there be a few people, because it's like, oh, hey, someone fell downstairs. They took 6 damage. Oh, look, they're almost dead. Like, they need to go to the hospital. But, yeah. It was interesting kind of looking at it like, well, if you die, I guess...
I guess that's it.
I guess we could send someone, maybe your wife to come in after you to find out what happened. Maybe Theodore. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking like, after the like, you're saying like, do you want to go home or you want to stay in the hospital? I was thinking like, I kind of did want to like head home and see if Abigail was there, and like, like, so I saw her in the bedroom like freaking out, like, just to quench my like, oh hey, she's still there, but it seems like resting in the hospital is the thing to do at that point.
Well, if we ever wanted to, like, we could kind of continue on from this. What's really cool about this adventure is it actually has like lead ups to other ones that have been made. So, like, if you wanted to look into the Temple of Contemplation, you could. There's all sorts of cool stuff. Like, the books that you found. Like, you could have checked those out.
Yeah, see, there's the books I could have checked out. There was some other stuff.
Yeah.
There was. I noticed there was a few things where like you're like do a spot hidden and I failed. And like, there's probably something there. I was also thinking, when I was down in the basement, instead of using the coal chute, maybe take some of the lumber and like plop it up the stairs to see if I can walk up with like one board.
It would amount to the same thing, that you can basically escape.
Yeah. That was another thing I thought about, but I was like, I'll just go with the coal chute. Maybe because I haven't checked out the backyard and see if there's anything cool back there. But at that point, I was just like, I have 3 health. I kind of want to live. Because I wasn't sure, like, if I did die, if that was just, like, it.
If you were up for it, we would basically send another person for you to take control of. The big reason I was trying to kind of guide you away from the stairs was, technically, if you fail, like, your climb check, you would fall and
get very hurt.
And get hurt again. Like, all right, roll another d6.
And I noticed there's like a few times you were trying to like guide me somewhere. I was like, I'll just go with it.
Yeah, so I hate the idea of railroading, but that was one I was like, I kind of want to just help
I understand
down a little bit.
Especially plus, like, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Like, you could tell I was examining things that probably didn't need to be examined.
No, you did good. No, you did great. Yeah, I mean, did you like this?
Yeah, this is pretty fun. I really liked it. I really wanted to check out all that stuff in room 4, but I kind of wanted to live, so there's that. Yeah,
I mean, really, like with the the hell?
That wasn't me. It's haunted.
It was the radio.
Radio. I cut the damn cord and everything.
So, do you want me to actually tell you what it is, or do you want to like have the mystery if you want to like ever play this adventure again?
I'll tell you what. Let me sleep on it, because I kind of I definitely want to know what's up. But at the same time, having it kind of be a mystery is kind of cool too. And then maybe we can come back to this and
we can throw something up there.
Yeah, let me sleep on it, because that let me sleep on it. That's what she said.
Oh.
Oh.
One of the big things, I mean, my mild spoiler, now that we've done the adventure, what I really like about this adventure is it's not like a standard Call Cthulhu creature or Lovecraftian creature. I think one of the issues with like Lovecraft becomes so like mainstream and well known is that like if you say, oh hey, you see a creature that has like fishy skin and it's got like webbed fingers, you're like, oh, it's a deep one. Like, oh, okay, whatever. But this, it's a lot more up to people interpreting it. Like, I thought it was something, and then I've read about other people saying, oh, it's this, and I'm going, oh, huh, okay. So it's, well, what do you think? What do you think was going on? What do you think was going on with the house?
So, like, in one of the newspaper things, I don't know if this has anything to do with anything. It's like in 1914, oldest brother went mad and killed himself with a kitchen knife.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that has something to do with that person who died when I stabbed him with the knife in the chest. I don't know. There might be something there. I might be reading too much into it. Let's see. The last owners were the ones that were, the Church of Contemplation. Yeah, a lot of the religious symbols and stuff. Maybe the former owner. Maybe that's sort of something going on with that church, to where it did something to the house. And no, what was it, the Church of Our Lord, Granter of Secrets? Maybe did a little something to the house. Maybe did a little number.
My one small hint. You remember how they talk about a man wanting to be buried at the house?
Did I find that one?
I thought they talked about the guy is something of the will. Let's see if I can find it.
It just says
Okay, no, never mind.
No. Yeah, I think I didn't go to the library. That's the one thing I didn't do too. I thought about it, but I was like, I should probably just go to the house. So there's maybe like a handout for the library that would have been useful.
There was a few.
I'm guessing the library was the most important one to go to, and I didn't go to it.
No, I mean there's stuff there. Technically, you could just go straight to the house and just say nuts to everything else. If you asked around like the library or really around, you could have found out about the Chapel of Contemplation, and you could actually visit it. But
ooh, that's cool.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not nearly. Just disclaimer: if you guys haven't figured out by now, I'm not very like imaginative or creative. Like I wouldn't have figured that shit out.
No, it's good, man. You did good, because I mean you searched the house and you found something out that was pretty horrifying.
Yeah.
Actually, you should have gotten some Cthulhu mythos skill from that, actually, because you encountered the mythos. There's the person. I'd say in this, gain 3 Cthulhu mythos.
So put a 3 in that big ass box next to it.
Mm-hmm. And actually, your max sanity you could ever get is also subtracted by 3. Because as your Cthulhu mythos goes up, you lose the chance of having the most sanity you can handle. The idea is that you're understanding how the universe actually works.
Mm.
So it's pretty detrimental to your mind to find out these truths that are out there.
I can see that. Yeah, like, oh, the way I thought the world works isn't how the way the world works.
Exactly. It's
my brain.
It's dumb fucked. Oh, my brain. But yeah. Yeah, we can possibly come back to this because there's other adventures that I've been collecting this stuff for years and years and years. I've been a big Call of Cthulhu fan, but I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, that was actually really fun. I love spooky, scary skeletons, so you know.
I was trying. I don't know how well I made it actually spooky. I don't think I did, but I attempted it. I think the music
the music was nice. The music was really good. The doors creaking, really good. Just strange things happening was really good. Like the eyes was like, oh man, dude, this is cool. Like
I did some digging for this because I was like, all right, well, what can I do for eyes? And I found someone had done some really creepy eyes. I'm like, oh shit, done stealing that.
Yeah, awesome. And then like having the wife in that bed was a very nice touch. Like make it a little personal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they give you some suggestions. Like they talk about like, oh, you come across like a pool of blood that like shouldn't be there, and that's why it's like, oh, in the dresser, you're just like, oh, I'm gonna smell it. I'm like, damn, I'm not making this creepy. But I was trying to think.
The way you described it, I wasn't sure if it was blood or anything. I was just like, I'll smell it.
There was a brief moment I thought about having it attack you, but I thought that was a little too on the nose. I was like, nah.
It would have been funny though.
Just ah! Yeah.
But yeah, those was a lot of fun.
Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. Well, yeah. Until next time, we'll see what we can continue on. I know we both talked about doing Curse of Strahd. I have literal boxes filled with Call of Cthulhu stuff. I actually have another good one shot. We probably actually want other people to play with us though, because this next one is actually pretty lethal. Or I'd have to have 3 investigators. Here, have your own Scooby-Doo team. Go have fun with that. But,
dude, can I be Shaggy? I want to be Shaggy.
I'd say you get to pick. You could have 3 investigators to control, but at that point, it's definitely less.
I see.
It's less personal because you're like, okay, I'm gonna send this guy here. I'm gonna send this. Yeah. Yeah. The next one, I'm thinking about. We'll have to see how that one works, and it might be new characters. And honestly, we might do that just for this guy. If you want to bring him back, I'd be fine with that. The way the game works, because it's kind of realistic with how injuries work, he's gonna be in the hospital for a while.
Yeah.
Each week will be maybe a D3 hit points. So he's gonna be there for a few weeks to a month.
Yeah. He's 3 health down from 14. He's over. What was it? He's under a quarter of his health. He's fucked up.
To kind of put in perspective, the rats actually, yeah, they did a lot.
They did a number. Then when you rolled that, I was like, "Fuck! Oh my god!"
Yeah, it
was great though when I critical bunch of them off me.
Yeah, that was perfect. That was actually really cool.
And that 100 luck check was just perfect.
Well, it had to happen at some point. Yeah, of course it would happen with luck. Your worst stat ever. But yeah. Just to kind of put into perspective, so yeah, your gun could do a max of 10 damage, and you took 8 subtracted by 1 from the rats. So yeah, 7 damage from rats. That's almost as bad. That's actually definitely potentially more than a bullet, but that's almost as bad as the worst you could take from a bullet.
Yeah.
And when the bed hit you, if it knocked you out the window, a second story floor through the window, it's a D6. As you take, glass, flying into you, and you fall 2 stories and land. That's only a D6. So those rats fucked you up bad.
Yeah.
Really bad. I was like, oh man, all right. The window's probably gonna kill. The bed's probably gonna kill you. The monster at the end. I thought the rats might hurt you a little bit, but oh man.
Yeah, I'm real surprised I didn't die.
You did good. Yeah, you did the right things. You're like, yeah, fuck this.
All right, but yeah, we'll definitely have to do something like this again.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah. Thank you guys for watching / listening. Really, this would be better as a podcast, but there's a little notes here and there. But
yeah, the little diagram of the house is definitely nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and the spooky eyes and stuff.
In the notes, because I'd actually have it up there for at least a few seconds for people to kind of glance at, and we of course read through it. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear. If you want to see Curse of Strahd Dungeons and Dragons, or I don't know, if you have something you want to see, we can talk about it between the 2 of us, and we can find out, if we want to even do that. If you want to see more Call of Cthulhu, we'd love to hear that. Any final words?
So I've maybe played D&D 2-3 times in my life. It's a little weird for me to jump into characters and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I had fun with this, and hopefully nobody out there is judging me too hard for not getting super into it. But I had fun with it. I liked it. It was great. Definitely down to keep trying.
Yeah, no, you played it straight. You played it good. I've definitely seen people. They're just like, I don't know what to do. And it's okay, we're done for tonight. Everyone go home. That person's not allowed to talk for the rest of the night. But no, yeah, you did great. You did great. All right. But yeah, this was fun. Take care, everybody.
Thanks for watching, or thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, all the above.
Yeah.